In the tumultuous era of ancient Greece, the Corinthian War raged on. Following the intense Battle of Nemea, the city-states of Thebes, Argos, Corinth, and Athens, fueled by Persian support, stood united against the intervention of Spartan forces in Locris and Phocis. It was in this backdrop that Agesilaus, the Spartan king, found himself engaged in a fierce campaign against the Persians in Ionia. However, as hostilities erupted, he was urgently summoned back with his forces to face a new challenge on Greek soil. With unwavering determination, Agesilaus embarks on a grueling overland march through Thrace and central Greece, marching towards the Peloponnese. However, as he sets foot in Boeotia, a formidable force awaits him. Before him stands a resolute army, an alliance forged from Thebans, Boeotians, and Argives, their hearts burning with a shared cause. Joined by warriors from Athens, Corinthians, Euboea, and the Locrians, they stand united against the Spartan might. Facing Agesilaus were primarily Thebans, allied Boeotians, and Argives, forming a determined army. The alliance amassed an impressive force of 20,000 hoplites. In response, Agesilaus rallied 15,000 Spartan hoplites, supported by freed helots and loyal allies from the Peloponnese and Ionia. Though the cavalry forces were evenly matched, Agesilaus held a substantial advantage with his peltasts. As the tension reached its peak, the two opposing armies stood poised for the impending clash. Agesilaus, leading his forces with strategic precision, commanded the Spartans on the extreme right flank of his army. Next to them stood the veterans of the renowned 10,000, battle-hardened warriors with a formidable reputation. They were followed by the Asian Greeks, known for their skill in combat, and then the Phocians, ready to face their adversaries head-on. Finally, the Orchomenians held the left flank, prepared to defend their position. On the opposite side, the Thebans confronted the Orchomenians, while the Argives stood face to face with the mighty Spartans. The silence hung in the air as both armies awaited the crucial moment to unleash their fury. At a distance of approximately 200 meters, the Thebans let out a thunderous war cry and charged towards their foes with unwavering determination. Not far behind, the veterans of the 10,000 and the Asian Greeks surged forward with equal fervor, swiftly overwhelming the opposing troops in their path. The troops facing them were thrown into disarray and fled in panic, even before the Spartans under Agesilaus could engage them. Meanwhile, the mercenaries near Agesilaus, deceived by the initial rout, believed the battle was won and presented him with a garland as a symbol of victory. However, the situation took an unexpected turn. News arrived that the Thebans had broken through the Orchomenians and were already pillaging the captured spoils from Asia at the baggage train. Agesilaus wasted no time, swiftly maneuvering his phalanx to confront the advancing Thebans, determined to halt their progress. In a fateful decision driven by his long-standing animosity towards Thebes, Agesilaus positioned his phalanx directly in the path of the desperate Thebans, rather than attacking them from the rear or flank. What unfolded was a harrowing spectacle, etching itself into the annals of hoplite warfare. Shield pressed upon shield as they grappled with each other, locked in a relentless struggle where lives were lost with each passing moment. Recounting the brutal encounter, Xenophon vividly described the scene, stating, "So shield pressed upon shield, they struggled, killed, and were killed in turn." In the end, a small group of Thebans managed to break through and make their way to Mount Helicon, but many others fell in their valiant attempt to reach safety. The battlefield bore witness to one of the bloodiest clashes in Hoplite history, leaving an indelible mark on the participants and the history of ancient Greece. In the aftermath of the grueling battle, Agesilaus, though wounded, displayed his unwavering leadership as he was carried back to the phalanx. Moments later, a group of cavalry approached, delivering news that approximately 80 enemy soldiers had sought refuge in a nearby temple. Acting with magnanimity, Agesilaus issued orders for their safety, allowing them to depart freely and go wherever they desired. The following day, Agesilaus, despite his injuries, demonstrated his unwavering dedication to his troops. He commanded the polemarch Gailis to organize the army into battle formation once again. Recognizing acts of valor, Agesilaus bestowed well-deserved awards upon the brave soldiers who had shown exceptional courage on the battlefield. Additionally, he received a delegation from the Thebans, offering them an opportunity to collect their fallen comrades and pay their respects. With their duty fulfilled, the Spartan army withdrew to the region of Phocis before launching an invasion of Locris. However, tragedy struck during this campaign when the polemarch Gailis, a respected commander, met his untimely demise. Historical accounts, such as those of Diodorus Siculus, shed light on the staggering casualties suffered by both sides. The Boeotians and their allies endured a heavy toll, with more than 600 soldiers falling in battle, while the Spartans mourned the loss of approximately 350 of their own brave warriors. The outcome of the Battle of Coroneia would not only shape the immediate aftermath, but also set the stage for further conflicts and military engagements in the Corinthian War. As the narrative continues, the next battle on the horizon would be the Battle of Lycium, which would further test the resolve and strategies of the competing factions as they sought to assert their dominance in the ancient Greek world.
On this channel, we are putting together narrative historical cinematic battles. Make sure to subscribe and thank you for watching. See you on the next one.